I think the belief that has been holding me back, that has been a lifelong topic of mine, is really believing that what I'm offering has unique, measurable value. In a world of work like leadership development, business development, coaching, personal development, it's so subjective, right? It's so individual, and it's hard to measure whether what I'm actually doing with clients affects the bottom line. And when I think back to even the very beginning of doing the kind of work that I was doing, it really was tough to know if having people work on their leadership development makes a difference to how they talk with their clients, how they talk with their team members, how the company culture develops. Right? It was a hard thing to measure. And I found myself very often questioning the legitimacy of the work that I was doing. Like, I studied psychology, I studied economics, but was I really changing the way that people were thinking and feeling and showing up in their work? And frankly, what I've realized over time is that the content that is out there on leadership development is pretty much universal, right? I mean, especially today with AI, but even before, like, you could find access to great content everywhere. You could find great examples of what does good leadership look like? What do high-performing teams look like? What is great communication? How do you develop powerful relationships? What is a good presentation? I mean, that stuff is all out there. But that the difference, and this was perhaps the hardest thing for me to accept, but the most important thing to accept, the difference was not necessarily in the quality of the content, but in the quality of how it was delivered. And what I got feedback on more and more and more is that when people were hearing me talk about these age-old concepts, it engaged them in a different way, it felt relatable in a different way, it entertained them in a different way, it felt accessible in a different way, and that's what made it powerful.